Are you really tired of seeing other people making money with arbitrage trading? And you're probably wondering how they did it. Don't worry, in this video, I'm about to show you how to do it as well. So first thing first, a whole lot of you might be asking, what is arbitrage trading? So for those of you that do not know, arbitrage trading is kind of like a crypto trading strategy whereby you take an advantage of the price differences of a particular cryptocurrency. So let me show you how to do that. So first off, you will need to click on this icon that says Deep USDT, that cryptocurrency icon there. Okay, any cryptocurrency can be on there. In my case, it is Deep USDT. So click on that cryptocurrency there, and you get to realize that it will bring up a whole lot of cryptocurrencies. So you will need to pick any cryptocurrency from here. Matter of fact, there are hundreds if not thousands of them that will probably have these different prices. So the way I pick my own so as to look for that differences is by clicking on spot, and then you might have been on USDT precisely, because there are various ones on there like the USDC, USDE, and a whole lot. So be on USDT, matter of fact, and then under USDT click on all is going to show you pretty much all of the cryptocurrency under spot via USDT. So look for any one that suits you on here. The way I do pick my own is by looking out for the volume. I do not trade with coins that is below 1 million volume. So that's the more reason whenever you want to pick any one, make sure that that volume below the coin is up to 1 million USDT volume or and above. Anything above 1 million is recommended, okay? Because this arbitrage trading needs liquidity. So that's the more reason I'm looking for an higher volume, so it can signify that, huge liquidity for me. So that's the more reason I'm going to look for anyone that suits that range I have just stated right there. So let's pretty much go for this one called APT. Okay, it has about 1.77 million USDT. So let's click on it. The moment you click on it, it is going to quickly redirect you straight to the sports page, which all the transaction is going to be happening there. And before then, we will need to make comparison between the prices. So click on that cryptocurrency one more time there, and this time around we are searching for APT. So search for APT right off the back, and you get to realize, matter of fact, that there are various cryptocurrency that is still being traded on that same APT, which probably signify that there will be differences as well. So let me show you how to do it. So in a layman understanding, we can probably buy it on here at 0.2 at 0.2. Okay, this one is not included. These two are not included because there are futures, there are perpetual futures. So we will be working based off of these two alone. So this two is what we are taking an advantage of. So we will probably buy it on USDT and sell it on to the USDC. As simple as that, because the USDC is at 1.085, while the USDT is at 1.083. So with that initial price, we should be able to make about very close to 1%, and this can be done up to 20 times in a row. When you do it repeatedly, that's when the money comes. So the way we do it is pretty simple. We will need to set in a limit order to buy it at that 0.3, 1.803 rather. Then we will need to put in the quantity. The quantity can be of any amount. You can choose to like use 50% of the initial quantity or 100%. It is still up to you. Well, let me use the 100% for the aspect of this video, and let me show you how it works. So with the 100%, we should be able to like get about 11.37 quantity. Then we will definitely click on a buy there. Once you click on a buy, you will need to wait for that limit order to be triggered. Okay. When the limit order get triggered, you will quickly have to sell it onto the other currency and make your profit. So let's wait for that to happen, and I will get you all back in. So after a couple of minutes, the limit order was successfully triggered. If I should click on this cryptocurrency trading history, you get to realize that it was triggered shortly after opening the order. So it barely took up to like 4 minutes or thereabout. So after then, you will need to quickly sell it on to the last currency. So this is the last currency, and on the last currency, you will need to place in a sell limit order as well, and we are selling it for a bigger price. Okay, you can choose to sell it for that initial 1.805 rather, but if you want to make big profits, this is where the trick comes in. The trick here is simple. You quickly open up your coinmarketcap.com. Okay, coinmarketcap.com is going to now give you an additional tip to know how to sell it so that you can make some reasonable money. So quickly search on coinmarketcap.com. Quickly search for that cryptocurrency. In this case, it is called APT. So after searching for it right there, you click on the first result. So on this section, you will need to quickly click on market, and on market section, we will need to now head over to bybit. Precisely, this is bybit right here. So on bybit, we are looking for the USDC currency of it. So quickly still scroll down until you find bybit USDC. So this is the one we are referring to. So you quickly now click on it, and then you look at the depth. This is what we are looking for. The depth here says 52,000. Meanwhile, the other one says 46,000 and above. 46,000 plus. This one is about 52,000 plus, which signifies that the strategy is about to work. And the way it will work is that it will quickly go to take out this 2% liquidity before it probably goes in its initial direction, because this one is higher than the plus 2%. The plus 2% means it will go down by 2% in a short period of time, while the minus 2% means it will go up by 2% in a very short period of time. So definitely the bigger one do get respected majority of the time compared to the plus 2%. So with that following information on coinmarketcap.com, we should be able to place in a sell limit order to sell it for an higher price. Okay, you can choose to like sell it for this initial 80 or 89, 809 or 810, anyone, but the profit outcome will be little. You are making a little profit, about 3 cents. You can see maximum sell. So we are making a little profit of like 3 cents or thereabout. This is an additional tip, so it is not like mandatory. You can choose to like walk away with your little profits and do it again if you want to. That's how you accumulate it over time. And by the way, I'm using a very small capital. So if you are dealing with like $1,000, you would have stand a chance to like make way more, like a reasonable amount, up to like in some dollars, not cents. So the way I do my own so I can make some reasonable money is by stepping up the limit order with the confirmation from the depth. Okay, don't get me wrong, it is not it is not okay to place some random limit order. Always work based off of the depth. It is very important. So based on my calculation, the 2% on top the value we got it for, since the depth says 2%, it is going to be 1.831, but I'm going to go for 1.829. Okay, and after then you will need to put in your amount, and you get to realize that we'll be making way more compared to what we started off with. So that's the power of this strategy, and you can do it up to like 20 times in a day or 10 times, and that's how you make your money without having to like be doing a whole lot of work, basically. So this is how it will be until it gets triggered, and I'll get you all back in the video once it has been triggered, because in no time it should be able to get triggered. In the meantime, for those of you that want to get my mentorship in arbitrage trading, a full guide mentorship, send a DM. My number is going to be in the description below, or my email. So basically, after a couple of while, the price eventually head towards our limit order, so we should be able to cancel it and quickly sell it off. And this can be done again. Imagine doing this up to like 10 times in a day or 20 times. You would have standed a chance to like make way more. So at the end of the day, we made closer to like, I think 30 cents or 20 something cents or thereabout. Still a good one considering our capital. That was over 1% increase. So imagine making that up to 20 times. You would have made a whole lot for the day. So that's how all of this works. Hit the like button. I'll catch you all later. And subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Let's get to 1,000. Okay, and keep in mind the last stage here is to convert the USDC back to the initial USDT. This will enable you to like do it again if you want to. So that's how it all works.